Hello everyone. I think we're in session 10 of Dorms and Deans. Today we are starting off in a storm. You've just re-emerged from what was comparatively the silent darkness of the Underdark, and you are back in the gardens. As you emerge, there's very little light around you, and given the heavy rain, whatever torches you have on are now unlit. I think your only source of light then is going to be the hooded lantern that Liraza has, and Rot, you have dark vision, so you're going to be able to see a few more things. Heavy rain, thunder in the background, that's coming soon on our Damien.
Yes, I'm looking for it.
Cool, tell me this. And moving shapes around you that are hard to distinguish right now. Far in the background, there is no light coming from Candlekeep. None of the magical illuminations that you're used to. Thank you. Rot. Can you make that just a little bit less loud?
Fine. It's lowering it from here, but it's not lowering it from the TV.
Perfect, thank you. Rot, with your dark vision, this is what you're able to see. The undead gardeners have fallen into piles of bones, and this shambling mound moves over to one of the piles and then reaches for it with one of its vines, pokes it, no reaction. Moves the pile and then full on starts to crush the pile. As this is happening, the two of the myconids that are planted here both look at each other, look back down at their feet, and start to lift their legs out of the pots that they're stuck in. And as their spores sort of spread throughout the garden, in your minds you hear free, and that's going to be that turn. And they already have the little myconid sprouts. Hey, I've shown the other two, but the myconid sprouts, they're puppy-shaped myconids that are already roaming free in the garden.
Yes.
None of them have noticed you yet, so right now you are considered in stealth.
Okay.
What are your characters going to do?
Let me see. Let's see.
Maybe we could try and talk to my comments.
They just said free, so I doubt they talk to us.
So,
They,
true, and we're in stealth.
they are very slow, but they are telepathic, and they did not hurt you at all during the last fight.
Yeah, it's true. But now that he said that, I question their motives even more.
Though at the same time, they could just say freedom, yay, it can be.
Let's see.
That's my vote. We try to talk to my comments.
Alright.
Cool.
Yeah, that's probably the best. I'm also going to see if I can, my magic works.
Okay. How are you going to test that?
I'm going to try to do, I guess since would prestidigitation be able to do a little
Umbrella against the rain?
Yes.
Absolutely. You immediately feel the coldness that was coming from above disappear and start to feel a little bit warmer thanks to your prestidigitation.
Okay. So we can do magic. It's just eliminated all the magic that was currently in effect.
Active. All currently active magic has been disabled.
Mm-hmm.
And what are our familiars vanished? Or since we're
Your familiar was out of range when that happened. Your familiar is still around in the form of a spider.
I thought that's when they get though.
I was the spider.
She was
Yeah.
a spider.
Oh,
Yeah.
and it was a what?
It was a lizard.
Oh yes, the list. Cool. So
Okay. I wanted to make sure of that before we went further because I didn't know.
if you had your magic
You know what?
available.
I'm using Mage Hand to hold a lantern, just so we can have both hands free.
Cool. So you have is it concentration to have mage hand? It only matters if you're going to be using another concentration spell. So your hooded lantern flies up, illuminating whatever you want, but not necessarily.
Oh, damn.
How to breathe, but
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I went to the website.
It lights up whatever you want it to light up without directing light towards you. Haley, you reach out with your mind, connecting to those spores pretty easily, just like you would connecting to your own powers. What do you tell? In their mind, the only thing you feel right now is a joyous
okay. I'm gonna say hello again.
Just action.
It's us, the security team. We've noticed that the magic seems to be down in the school. Do you sense any danger coming from the gardens that we could check out for, that we need to take care of? Don't? Duh.
You don't know?
They're still taking that long.
Oh,
It's still one word.
got it.
Cool. I need everybody to make a stealth check against the Shambling Mound's passive perception. Also, you see that the Myconid's movements are relatively quick compared to their speech and inner thoughts.
Do you
I
have those dice dude over there?
Nice try.
10.
Yeah, oh,
Oh, am I sitting on it?
It should have been around there.
There's...
The black one.
Oh, Harry's got that one.
No, here's the red one.
No, it's black to me. Oh, it's red on the inside?
I think it's behind the white bag. No?
What?
Oh.
Oh, it's on the floor.
Got it.
That would be why we didn't see it.
Thank you.
It's black.
All
On the
right.
black carpet. Yes.
So,
18.
Perception.
And 18 plus... I got a 19.
19? Okay.
I rolled a 4.
A 4? Okay. So the Shambling Mound, as soon as it's done crushing the pile of bones, you see that it has a low, and it moves itself really close to the ground. It's sort of like vines sort of feeling and expanding, and then it sort of freezes and then turns directly towards Rot. How much did you roll, Carrie, on your stealth?
10.
Okay, you pass its passive perception exactly. So, right now it has noticed Rot. The two of you are next to them. Let's see. Does it have?
Trying to use mine.
Oh, it does. It has blind sight. Excellent. So, given that y'all have nowhere to hide and that Rot drew its attention, it now sees all of you.
Dang it.
Can I use minor illusion to distract it, thinking we ran one direction?
Yeah, sure. This is now a combat encounter, so I need everybody to roll initiative.
Yay!
Oh, goody. Just what I always wanted.
18 plus 2, 20.
I rolled a 15.
Okay.
Oh.
What?
6.
Cool. The shambling mound gets 7 plus dexterity, so 8.
It's a plus 2 for the initiative, right? This is my initiative is a plus 2.
It's your dexterity modifier.
Oh, dexterity modifier.
Okay. If that changed last time,
No, it's still plus 2, so 20.
cool. And the myconids are going to be
So right now I'm moving first so far.
oh, natural 20!
Fine.
Did you roll a natural 20 when you rolled your 20 initiative?
I rolled a 15.
Okay, and you have a plus 5 in initiative?
No, I said I rolled 15.
Oh, yes, my bad. Sorry, Leraza.
It's a dirty 20.
It was dirty 20, cool.
Alright. This is... Oh, it's the battle, so...
This is good, but it's a little bit loud. Cool. The myconids go first and raise their hands, step out from their pots, and finish their first word. Dom. And then sort of turn to all of you, sort of looking at what y'all are going to do, and seeing you with your weapons drawn, and knowing that, you know, y'all are the guardians of this place, and they're technically Candlekeep property. They're both going to start running away at their natural speed of 20. 1, 2, and this one is gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go.
They're not attacking us.
Yeah. Cool. That is Leraza's turn.
Fun. So the only thing we'll be fighting so far is the
Shambling Mound.
Shambling Mound.
Yes.
Is it always? Is it always this word? Hostile? Or is it just hostile because of the magic being thing?
You don't know. If you want to figure that out, you can make a nature roll.
Sure. Make a nature roll.
What?
What?
I remember distinctly that this shambling mound didn't have or at least initially didn't have the fungus that usually makes them hostile.
That's right. I remember the same thing, yes.
What was that question? I'm sorry.
That's the roll.
I forgot.
Never mind.
That it's not necessarily always hostile.
Yeah, it doesn't have the mushrooms on its the red mushrooms on its head associated with a hostile shambling mound.
Oh, I got a 2 anyway, so... On that roll.
Well, that's just his inherent nature.
Alright, I guess I'll just hold my... I'll hold it. I'll hold my action.
You'll hold your action?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's sick.
Cool. Leraza, that's you. Rot.
Okay. So.
Can you make it a little bit less loud?
Yeah, I was about to.
It's perfect.
What kind of a check would attempting to lasso one of the myconids be?
An attack roll with your dexterity, and if you have proficiency in whips, I would give you Yeah, I don't.
I do not.
So it would just
And-
be dexterity without any without your proficiency bonus.
Ooh, who has good dexterity?
Laraza.
I do
I
not.
got a 14 dexterity.
I got
plus
an
2.
8 dexterity.
I could cast Earth Tremor.
How much damage does it do?
1d6. But they would be knocked prone.
Nice. And you need to use half of your movement to get back up when you're prone in D&D.
So
And
It's-
that
it's-
might
it's-
also
it's,
hold off the shambling mound as well.
Depending on the area of the whole thing.
Yeah, that's true. I don't have the best idea what that.
so Druidcraft I can only use to like
It's minor effects. It's the party tricks of druids.
yeah, but it's like mostly weather based.
It's weather based. You can make things bloom. You can start a fire in some leaves.
Could
Like
I use Druidcraft to like make some vines bloom and trip the Makani?
and so it's not designed to be an attack thing, but I will allow you. I would allow you to make a nature roll contested by athletics, and if you pass, you would be able to not grapple but trip one of them.
Okay. So
Okay.
I'm rolling
You want to give just one of them no earth tremor.
just one of them or two.
Cool. Go ahead and roll your. Well, okay. Do they have to roll a resistance? Oh no, yeah, no, sorry. Yes, my bad. Give me 1 second. My Connet adults, they have no skills, no athletics. Their strength is +0. I rolled a 12.
I rolled a 16.
All right, you have. What's the? Oh, I don't think there's a range. Is there a range specified on Druidcraft or Druidcraft or?
So I need to print out.
I think just I'm gonna, because this is an unusual.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't say any range.
Yeah, cool. I'm gonna say that
30
you're.
feet. I lied.
Huh?
30 feet.
Is what it says.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You would need to move towards this one to get it.
Can I do so without getting close enough to the shambling mass?
To get an attack of opportunity? Absolutely.
Okay, that's
All right. So you want to head towards this wall? Okay, cool. So that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, because you have 20 feet of movement, right?
And it's our spell right next to the doggo.
Yes.
okay. So I will
And
cast Druidcraft to create a pile of twisting vines right in front of the Myconiid to trip him.
excellent. Because he's standing on the table, you revive the dead wood to trip it, and as you do, in your mind you hear but like slowed down, and the Myconiid just falls flat on his face. Cool. Bonus action.
I don't think I have any. I think the only bonus action I have.
The shambling mound looks at its prospective targets. Leraza. Okay. I want everyone to make a luck check.
Luck.
Yes, luck check. Just
11.
11.
5.
Okay.
13.
5. So, you are as it like turns its blind head around. This creature has blind sense. It perceives your shapes. You don't know exactly how it's doing this, but it just turns its head towards you and just starts coming towards you full speed. Naraza, this is you've been holding your turn.
Yeah.
You can do something now if you would like before I do the thing I'm about to do to Xares.
Okay, I guess I will. What should I do? What should I do? Because I don't.
What you got?
I don't know.
Oh no, no one's in stealth anymore.
It's a plant. You can probably hack at part of it.
Oh, I was gonna say,
Yeah, but is there really a danger?
could you like send your?
Well, what I mean is you could probably hack at the parts that are like closest to me.
So you should get out of the way.
Yes.
Oh wait, it's blind, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I can't see anything.
Yeah, but it's blind. It has blind sight, which means it can it can't be blinded by spells that
spells.
rely on that. But it's the equivalent of a bat's sonar or radar, or whatever it is that they use. Right? They perceive everything without the need for they perceive things without the need for eyes.
Alright, so then minor illusion will work with it.
You can a minor illusion fools the senses no matter what the senses are.
Oh.
So you would be able to it's perceiving the world with a sense, and that's what minor illusion targets. It's
Okay,
senses.
I guess I'll cast minor illusion on us as we move and make. Can I make that? Like we're moving, but make the minor illusion make it seem like we're not moving.
Yeah, you can. That would give basically carry the equivalent of the dodge action. Basically, give carry advantage. You minor illusion is too small for you to do it on anyone other than just one person.
Okay. So it's running towards him, right?
Yes, it's on top of him. At
It
this
is
point.
shambling towards.
Exactly.
Okay, I guess then I will move out of the way and cast my illusion so
Cool.
Carrie can also have the opportunity to evade.
You want your
Yeah,
you want
I
your
guess I'll move
30
towards
feet?
Rot.
Okay, cool. One. Oh yeah, to avoid the attack.
Yeah, to avoid attack of
Yeah.
opportunity.
One. So you have to. This is difficult terrain, so that's 2 movement. 3, 4. You have 2 more squares. You want to go in front of Rot?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, that's where
Then
you
I'll
are
cast
right
minor
now.
illusion
You cast minor illusion.
and help Carrie try to
Cool.
evade.
Anything for your bonus action? Because you're a rogue. You can dash, you can dodge, you can disengage for free.
How much is dash again?
What do you mean? It doubles your movement, so you have an extra 30 feet.
An extra 30 feet.
That's six squares.
6 squares. Where am I? One.
So that's once you're right here.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That would you wouldn't be able to get onto the table because that's 2. So you'd be here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Cool.
Get a little bit closer to the other.
Yeah. Excellent. You do not do anything harmful to the shambling mound. Carrie, I'm gonna make. What's your armor class?
My armor class is 13.
Oh boy, I rolled a 9, but I have a +7. It runs as fast, it shambles as fast as it can until it gets in front of you, and then starts to tower over you like it's about to topple on top of you, and you feel its vines sort of start to come towards your face and move against your face, leaving behind sap and very liquidy sap, and you get and after a second you see that the shambling mouse sort of gets closer to the ground and starts to wag its vines that are behind it, and it goes and you're just covered in sap.
It's a giant puppy.
It's a big old puppy dog.
I had forgotten about the mushrooms. You reminded me meant that I was like, I'm only gonna make it attack if they do any damage to it. And he was like, not attacking the vines, just gonna minor illusion it. So like you after so yeah, I think we are. Do y'all want to continue combat to try to catch the myconids, or do you just let the myconids go?
I kind of want to let them escape at the same time.
We're like we're like tasked with protecting the property of the school, so we can't let them.
We can't let them
Well,
escape.
what would be information on like, are myconids dangerous, and like what's the odds of these actually like making it out and causing mischief?
Make a nature check.
Yeah, because this is also one of those like, what's the cost benefit of actually?
Yeah, because right now it like I think
I did bad.
What's your history modifier? Should be pretty high, right?
My what?
I said yeah.
Your history modifier.
History? Oh, 10 is what I get.
Okay. You've never heard of a single war between myconids and other species. You've heard about myconids getting displaced, but never anything about like just battles involving myconids.
Yeah. It's like they don't seem aggressive in any way. Like, my main concern is like, do we want to try to wander through this garden with things that are definitely potentially dangerous to try to find these myconids in the middle of the storm while also everything else in the school is shut down, which is probably a much bigger deal.
So you just want to leave them?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, we can only just close up the garden gates.
Yes.
Before leaving.
Would we have an idea of... Okay, so like all the lights are off, right?
Yeah,
And those are usually magically generated, right?
absolutely.
What would there be like a central place from which that spell would have been cast, or like basically
You
is there the arcane equivalent of the fuse box somewhere?
make an Arcana check. This is something you would know from having been in Candlekeep for a while.
Yeah.
Didn't I make wouldn't that be in the handbook?
Okay.
That would be in the hand. That
Arcana, let's see.
I'll get back to you.
17.
Hell yes. Absolutely not. Like it's not centralized at all. It's just a ton of either small artifacts that are able to like just generate light, which means they're relatively like cheap. Or people going around at night with the light spell, or dancing lights, or and like there's a few spells that just create illumination.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I didn't know if this was like a spell on Candlekeep, and you could just like go to some like magic circle at a particular spot and turn it all back on.
Right. The spell that's causing like with a 17, you know this is an anti-magic field. Just like when you were gazed upon for illusions by Blizzard Gaminagra, the Beholder, and there was no magic active on you for in that moment. In exactly the same way, this from what you're understanding, there's an anti-magic on the school, right?
Maybe
So
Gaminaga has an insight into what we should be doing about it.
an insight, good one.
Assuming he's not like slumped on the ground somewhere, unable to levitate.
Oh yeah, about that, you spot a single flump on the other side of the battlefield that's just on the ground trying to move its tentacles, but unable to levitate.
I am going to attempt to render aid to the flump.
Okay, cool. Make a medicine check.
Okay.
The Myconids run away.
Okay, let's see.
The shambling mound, seeing that y'all
19.
excellent. The shambling mound, seeing that y'all have no interest in playing, just starts to crawl over the walls of the garden and investigate.
Can I tell him to fetch one of the mechanic?
Make an animal handling check. Your medicine was how much?
19 total.
Can I go plus one?
So.
Or 15.
Hell yes. You're able to put the flump in a position where it won't be like on its side and hurting, but its body was not made to move on the ground. It's made to float thanks to magic and exist as a sort of air jellyfish. So right now it's sort of like just trying to float, and you see that the movements it's trying to do are like not meant to work on the ground at all. And you hear its telepathy say it's okay. There I hear distress and terror coming from the castle. Help them first. I'll be here.
Okay.
He's telling the dog to fetch
Yeah.
the Myconid.
Yeah, fetch the other mechanic that's not down.
Oh, that Myconid that got down got up and would have tried to leave with the other one. Is that fine? Yeah. Okay. Yes.
They'll fetch both. Fetch them, like keep them in, fetch them and bring them back in the garden.
Cool. What was your animal handling check?
A 15.
Okay. The shambling mound turns to you, and you see that multiple vines in the back of its body twirl around, and it listens to your command and excitedly turns in the opposite direction that the Myconids were going, and starts to go after the prey you've designated, in the wrong direction.
Okay. Let's get back to the main part
Let's
of
just
Candle
leave
Keep.
that.
Alright.
Cool.
Because let's not take any more time getting there, because this is potentially worse.
Cool. As you are leaving the garden, you know which sections are dangerous now. You're able to avoid the dangerous bits. The other plants are not able to move around, so you've basically cleared that none of the things that can escape the garden are dangerous to the students or the property, you think. You close the gate behind
The
you.
shambling mound might be annoying.
It's just a big puppy dog.
Yeah.
You close the gates.
Mm-hmm.
You head towards Candlekeep in the dark. Everybody make a perception check for me.
Oh boy.
Goodness. They're rolling so great.
11.
16.
7.
Cool. 11, you hear confusion and screams coming from Candlekeep. 16, you are able to hear above the sound of the rain and thunder something heavy, metallic, and clanking. As you walk in that direction, you are going to see Clark in his usual gigantic armor, apparently wearing it in the middle of the night, and you see that he's got one hand on his hip and and one of his feet is tapping in the mud. He's got his giant book of rules under his arm, and yeah.
What does he want? Why is he tapping his phone?
So
We were
I'm just
doing the
gonna
other
tell
thing.
Clark that we investigated the disturbance below the castle. It appears that some sort of magical device has been triggered that created a giant cavity and seems to have somehow disabled all the magic in the school. We
And
don't.
kills a circle of spores.
Clark doesn't even know about that.
Yeah. and that we secured that area and we've secured the gardens and we've come to the school to now see what's the damage here.
Well, the damage is something, but as you can see, nothing is being done about it properly.
Great. What's the damage? What can we do to help?
From what I've seen, magic's been turned off. I haven't been able to use any of my divine energy powers.
I was able to do minor prestidigitation. Like, am I still being
Yes.
rage shielded? I'm like, I was able to use magic.
Oh, excellent. That must mean that you were outside of the range of the effect.
Do you know what it was?
No, it's not my duty to investigate. My duty is to make sure that the rules are being followed, and apparently nobody practiced the evacuation in the dark, despite the fact that it's very clearly in the book. All the students and teachers should be here by now. I'm the only one who's... and you.
Could it be that they're trapped?
Possibly, yes, no, but not all of them, I would hope.
You didn't.
I followed the procedure. I evacuated the school like we are supposed to in this situation.
And isn't it part of procedure to make sure that students around you are also evacuated along with you?
Or that they at least know that there's some sort of emergency happening?
I put this information on the billboards. I assumed that the yells of terror that you are hearing would be alert enough for even the deepest sleepers. And I sent everyone letters concerning the rules of how to evacuate the school.
That they're unable to read in pitch darkness.
They should have read those before and memorized them and practiced the evacuation as everything was written in there. I guess I guess nobody reads the letters that take me literal days to write to everyone in the school.
Okay,
You're
well,
talking
obviously
about
talking to him is not going to be helpful for us anymore. We do know that we might not have any magic when we head in there, but I don't think we have any other choice but to go inside and trying to start evacuating the students.
Yeah.
Start from the top to bottom, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or each one. Like, how
We
big
should start at
is
the
it?
dormitories, right?
Yes.
How
Let's start
big?
at the dormitories because that's where people probably are.
Oh no.
Um,
And we're not
How many
separating.
floors is it?
Hmm?
How many floors is a castle?
Depends on the sections. The
dormitories.
yeah, the dormitories are going to be on the second and third floor of the central building. So you start to head there. You see in the entrance two students that are basically just right out of the entrance. You see they have a broken piece of wood from a chair that is shattered in nearby, and that they are knocking two stones against each other against the lacquered wood of the chair, trying to start a fire with neither of those stones being a silex.
Okay,
the
so
proper.
I'm gonna just snap my finger and use druidcraft to light their torch.
Oh, you have magic. All right, perfect. Thank you so much. And they both look at each other and say, "All right, thank you." And they start.
Wait, hold up. Where are you going? We need to know what's happening.
Magic's turned off for everybody else. I don't know anything else.
Okay.
Wait. Would Felix be able to use magic since he's a wizard?
Warlock?
Warlock? Oh yeah, Warlock, that's right.
Okay, so what? So we want you to go meet Clark in the evacuation area.
Okay.
You're supposed to.
And and you find any students, take them with you.
Yes.
You see that by the you'd stop them as they'd already advanced into the rain. By the time you've given your instructions, the wooden chair that's not like properly made into a torch by putting like a cloth around it is already like sputtered out, and so they have to head out into the rain without any lighting.
That's
I mean,
Useless
it's
without magic.
yeah,
Useless.
exactly.
Okay. I mean, I know our students.
You're talking about UT in real life, yes.
It's true in both cases.
Definitely.
Okay. So I say we go to the second floor and try to make sure we evacuate that first, and then go up to the third floor and try to evacuate that.
Cool.
I think maybe we could stop by the staff dormitories and see if any staff is still around to help us in our evacuation.
So
I don't expect them to be much more useful than the students.
Okay, well then let's just go to the second floor.
then
Yeah, the second floor.
we start on the third floor to go down, or somebody goes to.
We're not splitting up.
We're not splitting up. No. Bad.
Where have I seen? I saw a meme about this. Like, do not split up a team.
The party. Yeah, it's a very common meme. Moving on. Cool. You are heading. Okay. Do you search the first floor? That's where the bathrooms and the showers are. That's where the dining hall is. That's where.
Going in, I'm going to use my prestidigitation. I can do like small lights, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Will my illusions also cast
Yeah.
some light?
Huh?
Alright. Will my illusion also cast
No.
some light?
And like the ones that you're able to do like with prestidigitation, because they're not like the full cantrips like light, you're able to do one that lasts for like one turn basically. So like if every turn you're creating like magical sparks, then yeah, you can light your
I
light.
still got my lantern with me.
Yeah.
So that's about 60 feet of.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
enough.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
enough vision for all of you.
I mean, I'm just going to be like shouting out, evacuate the building, please meet in the proper evacuation areas.
Okay.
This is the security team.
Oh no, but she's gotta be pointing at somebody. That's when
So
she can
use the
cast.
message?
Yeah.
Yeah, I only can use that 5 times too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Coming from the showers, you're here. Oh, wait, I'm here. I need help.
Sounds like Lazarda.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You
So
might be having the same issue as the floor?
the flump.
The flop?
Yeah. Let's go get.
Let's go
Lazarga.
get him.
It's pronounced Lazarga Minagro.
Lazarga.
Also, you find Geralt, the necromancy teacher, like stuck in place. You see, he was reaching towards a piece of like basically a towel, and nearby are his clothes.
You in the middle of a shower?
You notice that like he's able to move his hand and he's sort of like waving for all of you, but the rest of his body is completely covered in his armor of hands, and for some reason he's like completely stuck.
They all have rigor mortis.
Yeah, I was gonna say they are already.
Okay. Well.
You're correct, Xaris. I seem to find myself stuck in a prison of my own making. Help me.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
All right. So
You wanna grab a
I
towel?
guess.
Just wrap her around him.
Yeah.
Save up some dignity.
And yeah, let's get him someplace a little.
Warm?
Yeah. Well.
Is there a fireplace?
Just allow me to move my hand. I can remove the other hands from my body if I just get access to it.
Yeah. Let me. All right. So I'm going to try to get the hands off of his
We're
arm
not trying to damage him.
first.
Please roll sleight of hand.
You know what? I'll help too.
Wait, I'm going to
That's my
cast
sleight of
the
hand.
cantrip guidance
Oh,
of
hell yes.
Kazaris, and it adds
A D4.
yes to your ability check.
I'll help him.
Okay.
I'll do the other hand. A 6.
Total?
19 plus. Okay, so that's 18.
Hell yes. Okay. So on the other hand, you're able to see the Raza, and the best that he manages is to get one of the hands to give him the finger. You, on the other hand, with an 18, you're able to like dislodge enough of them that Geralt is able to like get started on his other arm, and he says, "Oh, thank you. I have. What's happening? I've heard some screaming."
All the magic has gone out,
Magic within Castle Keep has
except
dissipated
for ours.
For some reason.
since we were apparently out of range when it happened.
Well, then it's all up to you. I'm afraid. Thank you for the towel. I appreciate it.
Girl, once you get yourself dressed, we need you to help us evacuate students and staff. Do you know the evacuation procedures that were sent to you by Clark?
I don't read any of Clark's letters.
I don't think anyone has
No,
any
but
Clark's letters.
I don't
Okay,
think
well,
nobody does.
we need you to help us gather students and take them to
The courtyard.
The courtyard.
Right.
And meet Clark in the courtyard.
I am on it. Thank you for your help. And
Wait, and before I go, I could take out one of my torches and I light it and give him a torch.
oh, can you leave it right there? I need both my hands to. Thank you. All right, cool.
Extricate his hands from his hands.
Yes. Now it's the
has a
rest.
strong grip.
Now it's the rest of his body. All right. Perception check, everyone.
No fun.
Just remember, Clark, not
18.
just remember,
Total.
girl, that
I got a nat 20.
that
So whatever it is, I saw it.
torch will
I should have
go
seen
out
it too
in the
with an
rain. I rolled a
18.
17 plus 2, which would be 19.
And 18.
Okay, 19, natural 20, and
18.
man, wow. Okay, I'm gonna give you 3 different courses to follow. Oh, that's excellent. That gives you choices on what you want to go
No,
do
Let's
first.
split up,
All
babe.
right. So, as you're moving around the building, the students seem to be good, making their like way out by like either basically stumbling in the dark. The creatures who have dark vision are able to like help their co-students out of there, although they're like there's lots of bumping into things. You see a couple of students that have lit up their own like lit up a torch, who have 0 fire safety while they're moving around with the torch near some paintings, near some draperies.
You want to call attention to them. Like, make sure you catch anything on fire.
Cool. Oh shit! Yeah, you're right.
Don't burn the school down, or they already have enough problems.
Cool. So on a natural 20, Carrie, coming from outside, maybe a different building, you are able to hear this like terrified cat screeching, like absolute
White paw.
terror and like absolute terror fills your ears, or it's either that or like something is torturing a like it's hard to tell that it's a cat based on how horrible the scream is, but it's off in the distance. All right, what else are y'all perceiving? You are able to hear sobs coming from the corridor where the staff sleeps, and you are you're able to hear a student like banging on a door at the highest level and saying, "Headmaster, you have to come down and help us." So you all hear three different things.
Where is it?
The headmaster's gonna be up at the top.
Where was that coming from?
From the top.
From the very top.
Yeah.
Wait, are doors open magically then too? Or is it headmaster just dad of a head deep sleeper or some other thing?
Jesus.
A lot of the locks are magical.
This is gonna be a
Fine,
really
I could
choice.
use my lockpicks.
You
Yeah.
go towards the person who's obviously in distress. Well, there's two. There's three. They're all in distress.
Yes. Okay.
But the one that might be being tortured.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's in another building.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So which one is closest?
Wait, no, I haven't made any decision yet.
Oh,
Which is the
understood.
closest?
All right. So here's the thing. Time is of the essence in today's game. So I'm giving you 1 minute to decide as players.
Okay. So I think Laraza's, yours is the closest, right?
No, it's in the very top.
Yes.
Laraza's.
No, mine would be closest. It's just down the corridor.
Okay. Okay.
No, mine's a sobbing kid, right?
No,
Bang.
mine's the sobbing kid. Yours is the one banging on the door.
Sobbing staff member.
Sobbing staff.
Okay.
You heard a kid
In the very top.
calling for the headmaster. At the
Oh, okay, so
Okay.
Sarah is the
So
closest one.
yeah. So mine's on ground level, right?
Yes, but in a different building. All right. You have 20 seconds left.
Okay.
That's
I am going to go attempt to actually extricate Princess Whitepaws and then meet up with you guys.
So we're splitting the party.
We're splitting the party?
Because
19 and 20. Okay.
Fine, okay,
So you're heading outside. What are you two doing?
So since we're splitting up, I'll go up and
Yeah, I guess I'm
master.
gonna follow the sobs.
All right. It's been less than 20 minutes since we said we don't split the party. I'm gonna call for a break right now. All right. If you hear some music happening in the background, now that we're back from our break, it's because someone just teleported a music box into the school, so it wasn't affected by the blackout, and that's what's playing in the background. It is intentional. It is not our neighbor being terrible. So we split the party. Yay! Who wants to go first?
Since it was Carrie, so yeah, you should go first.
All right, Carrie.
I accept my punishment.
Cool. You head into the yard. You follow the screams. You find delicate fur, just wet with rain. Her mass has shrunk in half just from being exposed to the rain. Muddy, slightly bloodied, and terrified, gripping one of the branches of a tree that has lost all its leaf in the anti-magic field, and just surrounded from all sides. You see 3 dogs, multiple bats, birds, hundreds of rats, a couple of other cats, and an army of insects, all coming out in the rain to take bloody revenge on Empress Whitepaw. What do you do?
Well, seeing as it's a bunch of animals, I'm going to do, let's see. What do I have? I have something big and flashy. Big and flashy.
Oh. You only prepared certain spells for...
Yes, I was just going to see if any of them were big and flashy spells.
For sure.
No, I do not have anything big and flashy, so, I'm basically going to use prestidigitation to try to, like, make my claps louder and, like, try to shoo off.
Okay. Make animal handling, and because there's already thunder happening in the background, you're doing this at a disadvantage.
Yes. Okay. Alright, so animal handling. Yeah, I got 5 on that.
Okay. You clap your hands and it rings in your own head. You see a few of the animals turn their heads for a second, sort of like bark at you, and then turn their attentions back to the trapped Empress Whitepaw. You see a few of the bats for a second just go before catching up back into flight, and Empress Whitepaw turns towards you and sort of what do you do? She in this time, one of the cats, which you see has 2 tails and 5 feet, climbs up and starts to scratch at her.
Okay,
Hey, he's like adding diegetic sounds. There are dogs in this scene we've established.
yes. Okay, so I guess I am going to, probably going to be, start an initiative roll, but I am going to, at the cat close, like, at the animals closest to her, like, try to, like, spit my, my acid to, like, sort of keep them away.
What are you using for this acid?
Like, my acid.
Acid breath.
Oh, acid breath. Hell yes. Are you trying to be threatening or deadly?
I'm trying to be threatening. I'm trying to be threatening right now. If they're not going to
For sure.
stop threatening, I'm willing to escalate. But for now,
Roll.
I'm...
Hell yes. Roll intimidation. Now I'm gonna say this, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're just like, if you're not unleashing it, but you're just sort of like having some of the acid coming out of your mouth as a method for intimidation, that's good. If you want advantage, you have to, on this intimidation roll, you have to spend your acid breath.
Well, yes.
Okay,
that,
sure.
That was my intention.
So you have advantage against their... wisdom is -2.
Oh, I have advantage? Excellent. Oh, excellent. And I'm doing intimidation. Excellent. Okay, so I got 13 on that. I don't know if that's good enough. But...
They rolled an 18. They have -2, so they rolled a 16, more than you. They are so yeah. You shoot it mostly like in the air above and around you, unleashing a torrent of deadly liquid. A bunch of them like move away, right? But seeing as this is mostly a bluff and you're not actually trying to hurt anything, they like a lot of them turn towards you and are now focused on you, but they don't disperse. They don't let up on Princess Whitepaw. And you were right. We are now rolling initiative.
Mm-hmm. I figured we would be. Okay, well, I am sorry about her little menagerie, but I don't know if all of them are going to make it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I am getting to her and I am extricating her.
They're tiny enough for you to take them around.
Oh. Well, I got a 4 on initiative.
Okay, so the first one to act is Empress Whitepaw, that seeing the situation that she's in, starts to gallop faster and faster along the branch of the tree. And you see that she's about to try to jump into your arms. So I need one of you to succeed on this check well enough. It's acrobatics for both of you to try to catch her.
Okay, I got a 14.
Hell yes, you succeed. So she fails terribly. She's going all claws out, slow motion, about to fall, and you're able to catch her. If she had succeeded and you had failed, she would be like claws deep into your face, hanging on for dear life. Anyways, it is now the turn of all of the horde of animals that immediately charge you and swarm you. What is your AC, please?
My AC is 13.
All right. So that was I rolled a 6. I get a +4. That's a 10. They are not able to hit you. So from everywhere around you, like bites, claws, stings, talons, like everything. But you, thanks to your armor, you're able to shield yourself and Princess Whitepaw. It is now your turn. You are surrounded and what?
Okay, so I have a +1 sickle. And let's see, I can only do the weapon or the breath weapon, not...
You've already spent your breath weapon.
Already spent my breath weapon. Okay. Yeah, so, I'm going to use my +1... Like, I'm still going to try to be, like, loud and intimidating to try to, like, shoo them off, but I'm going to kind of, like, be swiping forward with my sickle as I'm making my way to the, to the extraction area, or the gathering area, whatever it is.
Cool. Go ahead and make an intimidation check.
Because it's like I'm willing to hurt the animals now, but I'm mostly just trying to get through and get them away.
Yeah.
Nope. Intimidation does not work.
Okay. At this point, the dogs start to grab the coats that you've put on yourself against the rain. They're pulling you back. The cats start to claw at your boots and then your pants and move up. And I need you to make an opposed athletics check because they are grappling you, stopping you from moving.
Can you growl loudly?
I need to tell you, I rolled a 19, and that is what you need to beat with athletics.
I do not beat that.
All right, you're now paralyzed. They are climbing up your body. That's their turn. On her turn, Princess Whitepaw is going to climb on the very top of your head and clings to your scalp as birds and bats start to try to get to her, and she's moving around a lot because she's slipping on your hair and having to deflect attacks. So you're gonna take 1 point of damage from Empress Whitepaw.
Of course I am.
This is what you get for saving the cat.
She's not a very nice cat.
No, she's not.
Like, out of all of the, like, who should we say first? I think this is one of the funny ones.
Alright, I can imagine the cat. Yeah, shaking it.
It is your turn once again. You are immobilized. You get a free roll to free yourself from immobilization at the end of your turn, after you've done all of your other actions. You can also spend your action to try to get free from a grapple.
Alright. Yes, I will attempt to free myself from this grapple of
Cool.
lots of animals.
Opposed athletics. I have a +0 in strength. No, go ahead.
I got a 6.
Did you? Oh, okay. I rolled a natural 20. So you spend your action struggling. There's just too many of them. There's just too many things that White Paw has pissed. You're able to observe that a lot of them, their brains are bursting from the top of their skulls, and that's have and that it does not look like a healthy development for them, but they are all affected by this weird thing, and despite being animals, they are single-mindedly focused on revenge. Do you have a bonus action you'd like to use? Dropping Empress Whiteclaw or throwing her would be a bonus action.
Yes, I am aware. Yeeting the cat.
Go on!
Hey, some dungeon masters would have given it to you as a free object interaction. I'm making it a bonus action.
Especially since it's so funny too much of the cat.
The whole horde.
Listen, you didn't have an AoE attack other than your breath, so as soon as you spent it, that encounter was no longer in your favor.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have slayed the party, my dude.
No, I should not have.
We're all fucked.
Yep. Yeah.
You know what? We can put a pause on that.
We can put a pause on.
Have let them think of what to come up next.
Yeah, sure. Let's.
How does that feel, Carrie?
Is that okay with you, Carrie? I'm gonna move on to Haley's scene.
Sure.
All right,
Sure.
Give me some time.
Now you can be tortured.
Cool. Yeah. Remember,
It's my turn.
you still have your bonus action. No movement because you're immobilized, so just a bonus. Haley, as Rot runs through the corridors, you get to the lineup of rooms for teachers. Most of the doors have already been flung open and deserted, but towards the back, you arrive. You are following the sobs that you've heard. You get to the door that has 20 locks on it on the other side of it, and you're hearing the sobs of Professor of what's her name? Aristine Malthus, the teacher who's always wearing heavy armor.
Yeah, the one that's all about the safety and bullshit of the. Alright.
Protection.
Hey, she's crying.
Okay. So I'm gonna knock on the door and let her know that I'm there. So, hey, I'm here. I'm gonna try and get you out of there.
Yeah. Is it safe?
No, we don't know, but probably safer than being in there alone.
What? You're not sure? Make a persuasion check at a disadvantage.
You should have just lied to her and said, "Yeah, it's safer than it's safe."
So at a disadvantage, what is that?
Yeah. You roll two.
You roll twice and you get the lowest roll, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're
Plus
But-
1 for persuasion. Yeah, 6.
okay. She's stops responding to you, and she is just like,
So she's panicking.
She's having a panic attack.
She's panicking. Great. Okay. Alright, so what I would like to gonna do. I'm gonna use my favorite spell.
Then long.
Thunder Wave.
Excuse. Oh, okay.
What?
You got optics. I think or tools. You can.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, you're right.
Is
I'm
it-
gonna use
okay.
my tinker tools to try and pick a lock. And I also
Which one?
You know what? Maybe.
Because
Wait.
they're set up on the other side of the door.
Yeah. So here's the thing:
Oh,
is
shit.
what is the door made of?
Metal.
Wait, can you like?
Depends on the spells they've prepared. So Thunder Wave, not Shatter. If I would roll for the door, and you would be able to push the door off of its hinges. If I failed the door's Constitution check.
let's do that.
Okay,
But
cool.
how far is she close to the door?
Okay, I'm gonna knock on the door first. I'm gonna say, okay, I'm gonna try and bust open the door. I still have magic. I need you to move as far away from the door as you can, and to let me know when you're a safe distance away.
Make an intimidation check. This, like, it's not just persuasion for her safety. You're trying to convince her of there is a real threat involved here. Please,
Yes.
do the safe option. So this is intimidation.
So I rolled an 18. Thank goodness.
You're gonna what? No! Fuck! And you do hear her voice moving away from the door, but not necessarily because she's listening to you, but more because she's taking you seriously. Alright, you Thunder Wave, let me roll. I'm gonna say this door has a +3 constitution. It's metal. It's been placed there by someone who's like all about contingencies. What's your spell save DC?
Are you gonna use a level 1 spell or level 2? Thunder Wave.
12? Cool. So I gotta roll a 9 or less. You can tell me. Oh, 11. So you blast the door with this sonic wave of energy, and you see that there's a gust of dust coming from the wall. The door is unaffected.
How does the wall stand up?
Huh?
How does the wall stand up?
What is the Constitution save of the wall?
The wall. So after a second, the door starts to fall, not because you've broken the locks or it, but because the wall around it is falling down. You also see part of the foundation, of the ceiling above you, just sort of collapse.
Great.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay.
Congratulations!
I got
Roll damage.
You're able to see the rooms of 2 students who live above your.
How are the students?
They're not here.
Thank goodness. Well, you guys, I got the door open, alright? Okay, I'm gonna go inside and I'm gonna see where if I can find her. I'm like, coughing because of the smoke.
You sort of like find her sort of like near the window, sort of like huddled up in the spots that like would be the most architecturally sound if there was an earthquake, right? So like basically the frame of the door of her bathroom, basically, and like just sort of like rocking back and forth.
Okay. So, is she I'm gonna try and. What's your name again?
Ernestine Malthus.
Ernestine, can you hear me?
Cool. Make a persuasion check.
Uh-oh.
3.
Okay, 3. As you're getting closer, like when she doesn't seem like she's paying attention to you. When she does see you, she's sort of like startled, and you see that like she sort of like starts to push you away and yells, "Get away from me! What did you do to my door? no, I'm vulnerable. And she retreats back to the spot where she was and just yells like, leave me alone. Cool.
Okay.
We're gonna move on to Carrie now. To Damien now that you're all splitting the party. Yay.
Oh boy,
Cool.
this has gone great.
We're doing a good job, team.
Damien, you arrive upstairs. Top floor. You're a little out of breath. You see a student in the dark. It's a warforged, which means it's a sort of like bioorganic robot who's banging on the headmaster's door and saying, "Sir, you have to come and help us, sir, please." The students, they don't know what to do. They are not able to see in the dark. Please. What do you do?
First, try to calm the student down and ask him what's going on.
The headmaster, he's locked himself in his office.
He locked him himself.
The door's been closed. It doesn't have a lock on the outside, and I heard shuffling inside, moving of stuff. There's something happening in there.
Okay.
Wait, your security team. Okay, you got this. And you see that he taps your shoulder and just
meet up at. I tell him just meet up at the evacuation area.
Where is that?
Courtyard.
And cool. So he just runs down. So he's not going to the evacuation spot that's outside. He's just gonna head to the courtyard. Cool. What do you do there?
I thought the evacuation was at the courtyard.
It's outside of the school.
I thought it was courtyard.
Yeah, didn't we meet him in the
No,
courtyard?
I said he was outside of the gates, of the front gates.
Oh.
You...
Sorry. I misspoke. I'm correcting the information right now.
Alright, then I tell him the correct information.
Okay,
then.
cool. It's okay. This is all happening very fast. It would make sense. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Double door.
No lock on the outside.
Rich wood. It's got double-handled golden handles, shaped in shaped in the shape of wands. Two wands, basically.
Wands.
I know wands. Okay, well, I'll just do the typical thing. Jimmy the handlebar, save it. If you know, then just base things.
You feel it. It's a little loose, but there's something like locking it and blocking it.
Okay. I check if there's any gaps around the door.
You're able to see that there's a gap in between where the lock is, and the student wasn't paying very close attention. It's just slightly hidden. There is a lock for you to pick.
Okay. Can I see my lizard just could I poke his head under the door to see anything?
Okay, I'm gonna need the lizard to make an. I'm gonna say athletics check. I'm putting this at a difficulty of 18.
18?
Yeah, it's a very small gap.
Okay, then. So if it's too small, then I don't want to risk that. I don't want to risk it. I guess I just see if we can peek through the keyhole.
Cool. Make a you probably have the proficiency with the lockpicking.
With the lockpicking tools.
Yes. So you're gonna use your proficiency plus your dexterity.
So my proficiency for what is that for? Oh, +2. Then what was that? The other thing? Dexterity.
Yeah.
10 plus 2 plus. Is it dexterity?
Yeah.
14.
Okay. You start to use your skills, it takes you 30 seconds to get past this lock. You move the doors open,
And I
and
slowly open the doors just in case anything happens.
it bumps. So like you have to push them in, and it bumps against something that's like heavy. From the inside, you hear the headmaster's voice. No, don't come in. Who is this? Who's behind the door?
Now tell them it's the security team. It's one of the security team.
Go take care of the students.
I got my other team members helping with that.
Go help the students. That's an order.
Why is it so persistent?
Say I keep it over.
I'm all right. You have to go and take care of the students. Raza, is that you?
Yes.
Do what I'm telling you right now, or I will have no choice but to write you up.
Okay, I guess I do what it says, but peek. Do a quick peek.
So there's like something large.
So I can't see them.
And heavy that's in front of the thing. If you try to like see above it, I'm gonna allow you to make a perception check.
Wait,
This you have dark vision, so you don't have dark vision. So this is
is the gap big enough for the lizard to go through with much easier?
no, it's gonna be the same difficulty.
Same difficulty. Okay.
So you can spend the time and roll perception.
I'll do the perception real quick.
Difficulty is 18, and you're at a disadvantage because you can't see in the dark.
14
Plus
perception. 14, 15.
15. You are not able to see anything by the time that you hear, and you look around and you see part of the floor has collapsed, and Rot is in there and has just destroyed part of the floor of the level right beneath you.
Then I guess I just run towards the sound then.
Okay. Cool. Carrie, it's your turn. You have a bonus action. You hear an explosion coming from the dorm.
It's an explosion loud enough for the animals to get distracted.
No, there's rolling thunder everywhere. It's sort of expected that there's thunder happening in the background. They flinch for sure.
Could, since I have armor of tools, could I do like a shock effect to get all the animals off of me?
What does armor of tools do?
It basically, my alchemist tools are integrated into my armor.
Okay. So that you have your arcane focus with you. So it gives you your alchemy supplies. You... what would give them a shock, basically? You can't do that with your bonus action. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I figured I can't do that with my bonus action. But like at this point, that's the only thing I can think of to get these.
Yeah.
You can roar at them.
Intimidation has not worked so far. I've tried intimidating like 3 times.
Works as a charm.
What they always say.
But no. I was thinking maybe I could do like a little like electrical shock or something. Like not necessarily hard enough, strong enough to actually. I don't know if it's like strong enough to actually do anything, but like enough to like, oh, something zapped me and like let go of whatever grip they have.
Mm-hmm. I don't think so with a bonus action. So on her turn, Empress Whiteclaw is going to like come down to your neck and puts her claws beneath your cloak and your clothes and squeezes her way beneath your clothes so that you have to take damage before she does. But she, as she's going through openings that are not meant for both your neck and a full cat. So she's doing an extra 1 point of damage to you. And on their turn, the swarm is going to attack you. And since you're immobilized, they're going to have advantage on their attack.
Oh, fuck.
3 and a 7. My goodness. Your armor class is more than 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once again, your Artificer's armor protects you from just everything trying to get to you. The thing that's done the most damage to you this combat is Empress Whitepaw. It is your turn once again. You're not on the ground, but basically most of what's holding you is like the fact that you're crouching and you're just in a pile
and see, that's what I was thinking was for my next action.
Yeah.
Like, use my armor of tools
Right.
to, like, get the animals off.
Sure. Thanks to your alchemist supplies, you could spend the oils in those supplies and make yourself very slippery.
Okay.
So that would render your alchemist supplies useless for until you're able to resupply. But in exchange, you get to make your athletics check to free yourself at an advantage.
Okay. I guess I will go with that.
Excellent. So I'm rolling with a +0 strength. Sorry, I said +1 last time. Okay, I rolled a 15 total.
Oh, fun. Oh, I rolled a nat 20.
Hell yes. All right. So, Empress Whitepaw uses your armor to protect herself. You strengthen your armor with a couple of oils, extremely slippery, and you just start to run towards the exit. The animals are not able to keep up with you, you're able to make it to the exit. I don't think the animals are gonna let up. I don't think they're gonna stop chasing you. So as you're heading towards the exit, you have the choice to go where Carl and some of the students are, or to go up to where you know the rest of your team is. Or elsewhere. You can also head elsewhere.
And we've got a horde of animals chasing you.
Okay. So...
I'm kind of wondering if Paula did something to trigger this.
I don't know if Kala did something, but I imagine Kala might have
The
it.
headmaster, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. Carla, yes.
So, yeah, I am going to... With my alchemy supplies kind of used up,
Did you call him Luther?
no.
What?
No? What?
I don't know.
Who?
What?
Paula?
Where?
I'm confused.
Yeah, yes, you are. Okay, so...
Do you want me to switch to Rot?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, we can switch to rock.
Rot, you get the sense that you're agitating the professor more. You also see you're now also reunited by Lebraza, who's one floor above you, but who's able to see the situation.
You know what?
La Raza would be 2 floors above, because remember the
Right.
students-
Yes. You're absolutely correct. Thank you for correcting me on the architecture that I made up. So you
So
where
can I
you
see
where
him?
you are, you're just the only thing that's visible to. No, actually, you don't have dark vision, so
Yeah, I see him though. I have dark vision.
you're able to see him up there.
Nice.
Okay, so I use my message earring and I zing up to Laraza and I ask him, "Yeah, bro, what's going on up there?"
As of Paula?
Kala.
Kala was acting strange, weird, insisting that I help the students instead of him, and he somehow barricaded himself in his office and seems to be rummaging through stuff.
Interesting. That sounds very suspicious. So,
I couldn't see anything because I don't have dark vision, and there was something covering in front of the door.
so I was able to get into this office. This chick locked herself in here with
I can see
this
that.
death trap. I made it in though. I don't think she's gonna come with me. You think I should keep trying?
Can I just can I just like go down,
No.
pick her up and just carry her?
Yes, you can try to make an opposed athletics check.
I'm just gonna go run down there, or can I jump down?
Wait, I
Yeah.
don't want to come
Don't,
over
no,
there.
no!
I know
This is a terrible idea!
Come down here. I don't know if this is as important as what's going on up there. I can use my broom and fly
No,
up
you're
there.
you're supposed to leave. You were ordered to leave anyway.
Yeah, they told me to leave anyways.
I know, but that's really suspicious to me.
There's not
Suspicious
much we
par
can
for the
do right
course.
now. We gotta keep the students safe first.
Okay, well, I'm gonna use my magic broom to fly up and get Laraza and bring him down instead of him jumping down like a...
Yeah, cool. Damien, I don't know, like, he was able to spot it. That was my happy dungeon master voice when you were like, "Can I jump down?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah,
No.
yeah. You can try."
Broken leg. I was like, oh, is that too high?
Okay, so you're coming down with me. We're in this room.
Man, that would be too
She's
high.
like crying and
Like rocking back and forth.
panicking in the corner.
Like you see that she's got some of her armor on, but her helmet is off. And now that you've got a little bit more time, you can see that like her hair is like disheveled, and she's very pale.
This is because she's always wearing armor all the time. So,
Where's the
Laraza,
helm?
why don't you use your minor illusion spell, cast a little doohickey on her to make her think that she's safe, and we can carry her outside of here.
I can do that.
Does
Well, where is her helm? Her helm?
Where's her home?
Oh, yeah.
While you do that, I'll look for her home.
Roll for investigation. You have dark vision, so you don't have disadvantage. What illusion would you like to conjure?
Make it seem like the room is actually safe.
So, okay,
Again.
your illusion can cover 5 feet
Can I
by.
put it like, kind of like a right in front of her face that makes it look like the whole room? The whole room?
I'm gonna need you to make a deception check at disadvantage to make the
Oh my god!
to make the like this is the abjuration teacher. You're trying to fool her on making
But wait,
a thing the protection.
Wouldn't it be an advantage see she's not fully cohesive?
You know what? In her state, she's looking for that, so I'm gonna cancel that out to just a regular roll.
A regular roll?
Deception.
Oh, okay. Regular roll perception, that's better than nothing.
Deception.
Deception, that's better than at a disadvantage. 9 plus deception?
Yes.
9.
Some rogue you are.
I know, right?
You see, like you make a couple of like magical symbols of what you think is abjuration, and like she looks up hopeful for a second, and then she looks at the runes and like turns towards you and says, my mind is vulnerable. My mind is vulnerable, and she grabs the soap and like throws it at you as hard as she can.
Can I dodge?
I rolled a natural 3, so you are able to dodge it, but you see she's going for her brush next, and she's gonna like just throw stuff at you. Like she's full panic. Investigation, how much?
I got an 8.
You don't find the helmet. You find other pieces of her armor scattered throughout the room, but the helmet specifically no.
Well, we could probably get that and give her a little more security.
Carrie, do you know what you would like to do?
Okay, well, I don't want to draw all these very angry animals to the students.
Which ones?
Powerful.
So, is there like...
I put it
You
Because
don't
like
like-
I know there's like a whole huge swarm of them.
Yeah. You don't have to head like when you're heading outside. You don't need to head just where the students are. They're a little bit off from the front gate, and there are more gathering around Clark. You also don't need to just head off to one of the buildings. You can just sort of Benny Hill them around the. I use Benny Hill as a verb.
Yeah, sure. Let's give me some waterlogged exhaustion for tonight. Why not?
Okay. Opposed athletics check, and this time, if you succeed, you will have been able to outrun opposed athletics check. No, actually, acrobatics, because you're trying not to slip in all of the mud and puddles. Okay?
Not athletics.
Acrobatics.
Okay.
I rolled a 5.
I rolled a 13.
Hell yes. After much time and exhaustion, you outslip all of those animals who give up, covered in mud, having better things to do than to stay out in the rain, and instead start to flee, to get as far away as they can from Empress Whitepaw, just in case she becomes vulnerable again. Cool. Haley and Damien, what is going on?
Oh, and she's still throwing stuff at me.
She's throwing stuff at him. Okay, I am going to cast blindness on her.
Really?
Can't
So
see.
you're gonna be going even more than that
Okay,
state?
hold
That she
on.
can't see?
Damien, okay. How do you see this scene resolved? Like, everything goes exactly according to your plan. How does it pan out? Tell me.
So when she goes blind, she can no longer find things to grab and throw at him.
Yeah?
So she just sits down and
Yeah.
stops moving.
Okay.
She starts rocking back and forth
And
again.
stops rocking back and forth again.
And?
And then I'm gonna use Summon Beast and Summon Daisy Dandelion. I'm gonna have Dandelion swoop her up and we're gonna
Yeah.
get the hell out of
Yeah.
Dodge.
And like, she's, like, what do you think she's gonna do?
Cry and panic a little bit.
And try to attack.
No, so, like, she's like, in this situation...
Okay, obviously it's not a good idea.
No, hold on. In this situation, do you think, so she's blind and she's on Dandelion's back? What do you think happens?
No, I don't think she's on Dandelion's back. I think she's in Dandelion's mouth and he's carrying her.
Oh, okay, yeah. How like, okay,
Oh,
all right. Tell, like, do you?
Don't you have calming motion?
No.
Well,
And
they,
healing word, protection from good and evil.
they could prepare only a certain amount of spells today.
Yeah.
So, like,
Wait, well, could I cast this protection from good and evil on her, and at least she like?
Feels at least something.
that is something you can spend a spell slot to do. Yes.
It's up to you. That's your spell slot.
Is it gonna help her? No.
What does it say?
Make an insight check, either of you.
So help. 16.
16.
16.
You think any abjuration?
19.
You think any abjuration spell right now would improve her mental health a lot?
Okay, well I'll do that.
Okay. You spend your spell slot. What does it look like when Rot casts protection against good and evil?
So I want it to look like so Abjuration uses runes.
It can. It's up to you to describe what this spell moves with the person who's been protected from good and evil. So
Okay. So I'm going to have it look like I want it to use 3 runes, and they're going to appear in a triangle over the teacher Celestine. Is that her name?
yes.
And they're going to be glowing faintly with golden light, and then they're going to come down, and as they go over her body, they'll multiply, so it'll be 3 triangles of glowing runes surrounding her body.
Excellent. So her name is Aristine Malthus.
Aristine.
As you do so, she sort of looks up, sort of relief coming on her face. I'm less vulnerable, and she starts to sort of get up from where she is. She grabs her helmet from from a hook on her changing room.
Also, before this, I had been gathering her pieces of armor, so I'm gonna walk over and hand them to her.
You're able to help, and as she's doing this and putting it on, you see that she's repeating to herself, safety is a spectrum, safety is a spectrum, safety is a spectrum, and just puts on her armor, looks up to you and says, thank you, go help the other students. I'm as safe as I can be on the safety is a spectrum, and you feel like she's going to get out of the room, if for no other reason than the rest of the ceiling might collapse on her if she doesn't.
Okay. Well, I'll just let her know that before we go that we believe all of the students are already evacuating. We all should be meeting Clark in front of the gates of the school. So that's a safe place to go, and we'll be surrounded by others.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Runs up.
Just to be sure, I'll ask her what was the last time she saw Professor Kala?
Headmaster Kal, make a persuasion check to see if you can get her to answer a question for you.
15 plus 6, 17.
Dinner, and she heads off.
It was dinner. And it's late night already, right?
Yeah.
So what's our... Do we have Pizarro's back?
No.
Let's go find Pizarro's.
Not yet, right?
No, I'm exhausted with a cat.
A wet cat.
Yeah.
Let's go find him.
You find Cazares in the courtyard. As you get closer to him, you see that he's catching his breath, panting in the rain, and there's movement from inside of his clothes as a claw sort of emerges from his torso, and you see
alien style.
Empress Whitepaw sort of emerge her head, absolutely furious, clawed out, completely soaked, and just pressed against between the scales of his body and his armor. She peers out and sort of extracts just a little bit, just one finger of her paw, and points. She's pointing towards the Artificer's Tower.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
What's the artificers?
Well, I am going to turn Empress Whitepaws into the very capable hands of Clark.
So you are going to head back out.
And we are going to head towards the Artificer's Tower.
Heck yeah, we are.
Look, I got a present for you. Here.
Okay. As Cazares is escorting Empress Whitepaw to a safe location,
I guess we can go wait to the Arcus Tower.
Well, we should wait for him.
Or should we just wait?
Let's not split up the team again.
too late. He's already gone in the rain.
Well, no, aren't we? Do we need to do a whole scene of turning over the cat to Clark?
No, we don't. But I want to do them noticing something. Both of you make a perception check.
Oh boy.
14.
20!
Okay. You notice water. You notice the puddles are higher than you would have expected. You hear bubbling coming from beneath your feet. You realize just how much rain has poured today into on top of the school, through the drains, down to the sewers, into a whole system that goes into a single place.
The Orb of Annihilation.
And you
Wait, did it destroy the Sphere of Annihilation?
And you
Wait, no, it got deactivated.
You see, looking towards all of the metal metal grates in the floor, things start to emerge. Rodents, cockroaches, and though you had been assured many weeks back that things would return to normal in the sewers, larger things in the dark that you can't quite make out start to move the grids and climb out.
Fun! The Orb of Annihilation got deactivated, so all the potions that were mixed into the sewer were disposed of.
Well, this would have just happened. The orb probably would have just been deactivated when the rest of the magic was.
Yeah, the potions would have been deactivated as well.
Is it a physical orb that just sucks everything in?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wait, then that means we're gonna have to get it. Once the magic lost on an artifact, it can be re-imbued with magic. Unless that.
So as Cazares returns, you now have more information. What does the party do? We will find out after the break.
Oh, I'm not in the kitchen.
Right.
Although, yeah, it is pretty late now.
Yeah. Let's play for a little bit, and when y'all want, we can stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
If anyone was actually in a spot to have seen something happen, it would have been her.
So yeah, I think we should go check out the Artificer's Tower and take care of that, and then before we initiate anything with the sewer creatures,
Can you use message to?
to communicate with White Claws. Would that have worked? Could I have used the earring of message to communicate with White Claws?
You no longer have line of sight.
Well,
So you... Oh, earlier? Yes, sure.
I just thought of that.
I just figured she couldn't talk anymore. She was a cat. But after we figure out what's happening at the Artificer's Tower, maybe we can just call it a night.
Yes. So...
Alright. You head inside. As you enter, you are going to see a lot of books and class equipment shattered on the floor, probably from being bumped into as people were escaping. You start to look around, and I'm gonna need an investigation check from you.
I rolled a dirty 21.
Alright, investigation. All right,
Twin-
16.
16. What did you say, Haley?
21.
Okay.
16 plus, what was it?
Investigation.
16, 17, 18, 19, and dirty 20.
Okay. Give me just 1 sec.
You did good. Thank goodness.
For now.
Okay, you happen upon a grisly scene on the highest section of the tower. Here, the roof is still under construction, so the whole scene is bathed in darkness, more wet rain that you had to deal with this whole time, and the littered bodies of 4 students. A beholder and a centaur. As you
Wait. Are they dead?
medicine check
I'm checking the beholder first.
in the center. In the center, you
Perception check.
in the center you're able to see that they're
Well, I didn't do good on medicine anyway.
Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna roll for medicine too.
cool. In the center, there is this large contraption that is mechanical in nature, but also arcane in shape.
Can I do perception to check around the room?
Okay, medicine.
I rolled an 18.
18. Whose life signs are you trying to evaluate?
I guess these are
The Zarga Menagra. Cool. It takes you a second. Not used to beholder anatomy. They have multiple small hearts spread out over their bodies. You're able to get a pulse pretty quickly, and as you do, so you're gonna hear 2 voices. One from Blazarga Menagra that said, "What's happening?" And you realize that one of the people that you'd thought was an unconscious body in a chair is actually a conscious student. I've got her image on the Google Drive, along with the image of the techno-magical contraption that you are all gathered around. This is so she's a red-haired artificer in a mechanical wheelchair, and right now she is like,
Claudia.
yeah,
She's holding a gun.
not here, but basically she's doing this like really complicated thing that artificers have as a feature, where it's called the right tool for the job. So she has basically like carving tools, and you see that she's making that she's like making a sort of like medicine kit. She's basically like carving a rudimentary syringe out of wood and putting some alchemy supplies into it. Because basically, artificers are able to make any kits, like woodcarvers' kits or blacksmiths' kits or cartographers' kits, as long as they have their, I think it's tinkerer's tools. So yeah, she raises her head. Oh, thank God you're here. They were all unconscious when I got here. I'm trying to make something to heal them, wake them up, to figure out what's happening.
Can I roll insight on her?
Yeah.
Our 14 on perception.
What are you looking for?
Just gauge the situation around the room. Check if it was a machine. What's the machine mostly? If I can.
Yeah, you want to check the machine?
Yeah.
It feels hot to the touch, especially the parts of the machine that are closer to the center.
What does a 22 on Arcana for the contraption give me?
This thing is an amazing piece of machinery. The expensive gears that the dwarves brought into the school for very expensive, for like an extremely intricate machine, are all part of the design of this thing. With a 22, with such a huge roll, you're able to tell the purpose of this thing is it's an amplifier. Whatever magical effect gets thrown in there is multiplied 1,000-fold.
Of course. It probably wasn't authorized.
So the image is called a time-shifting construct.
Time shifting construct.
Yeah, you want to show it to everyone on your phone, and in the students, that's where Claudia Herman is. Insight. What did you roll for
I
insight?
rolled a 10.
10. Okay. Panicked young adults whose whose idea to try to wake those people up was not doesn't seem like the most logical, but was the best she could think of in the moment.
Wait, hold up. Dang. Never mind. Okay, cool. So she's probably not lying.
And from his side, trying to get himself up on his tentacles, you hear, "Oh, what the hell just happened?"
All the magic in the school went out.
Oh,
Active magic.
All the active magic in the school went out.
oh, that's really bad. Oh, that's not good. Oh my gosh, I can't levitate. Oh no, there's nothing I can do.
Lizardo, what happened here?
I don't know.
You don't remember?
What's the machine?
I was on duty and I was doing my patrol shift. Patrol. Just heard some noises and some weird lights were coming from up there, and I wasn't going to come to investigate, but Empress Whitepaw saw that I saw that, and she ordered me to come up here and investigate. And I was like, it's probably nothing. And when I got here, I have no idea what happened when I got here.
Raza,
Wait.
I'm gonna go check on the other students. Do you want to try and wake
How
up?
did the student with the wheelchair climb up the stairs?
Huh?
How did the student with the wheelchair climb up the stairs? Was she up there when magic went off, or?
She says, no, I just have this, contraption, and you see that she's got basically a crank.
So it's mechanical, not magical?
It seems it's not it seems to be more of an emergency feature, and that's it's supposed to move around because it's a magical item that she just had to sort of improvise her way up here.
Okay.
I think we need to wake up Hoover and get his ass to tell us what's going on.
Wait, or we can actually check who Boober is. If Boober is who he is.
How would we do that?
Detect, whatever it's
I
called.
don't have detect magic.
I do have identify. I do have identify.
Okay.
So I can do that. I can use that on Hoover.
Okay.
To see if anything's amiss. I presume that would ping. Yeah.
Okay. You start to stand over him. Do you want to do this ritually, meaning it will take an extra minutes to cast, or no, or is it 10 minutes? One sec.
Does he also have his focus on him?
Probably. You don't know. You haven't like patted him or investigated him anyways. In any way.
Yeah, right.
Well, I should probably look up meta magic, because would I be able to use meta magic to reduce the casting time?
I mean, like, you can also just spend a spell slot.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm willing to spend a spell
Cool.
slot.
Absolutely. You cast it on him. You see that he has, you're able to spot something very like faint, which is just his arcane focus. It's just Tinker's tools that he uses as an arcane focus, and you're able to sense that he has an alchemy jug on him.
Okay, so nothing out of the.
Do you want to put mysterious music?
Alright.
So you see Claudia comes up to you and says, "What's the deal with you and Professor Hoover?"
That's just it, is I don't understand. He claims to be a rival of mine, but that doesn't make any sense.
Well, he's constantly asking other students about you, about anything they know about you.
That's really, really odd, because if he... So, I do know of a rival I could have, but see, I was raised by a human. And humans and centaurs aren't related in that way.
No. Yeah, no, they're not.
And my rival, although my mind is addled from chemical exposures, was a family obligation of my master, my teacher, that they took on. So presumably they would be human or half-elf or tiefling or, related to...
A human, yes. It is, I mean, you see that she kneels down to wake up one of the students.
Did something happen to Hoover early this semester?
He got a ton of cash.
From where?
Maybe a bonus for being a good teacher? I don't know. You see that she sees you trying to solve this mystery, and she's going to turn back to the unconscious students in puddles of water, and he's gonna say, I'm busy. Blizarga Minagra is you see that he's trying to do some sort of movement, but really struggling.
So the student in the wheelchair is checking on the other students, waking them up and stuff?
Yeah, she's finished her medicine kit.
Okay, so...
But we also know...
He didn't know you. You don't know you when we first arrived.
Initially.
It seems a little weird that this student seems to be the only one awakening.
Well, the student... She wasn't here when it happened, so presumably whatever it is... Wait a minute. If it's some kind of an effect, whoever it was afterwards might not be there anymore. We should wake Hoover up.
Right, if he was being possessed.
Yes,
Got it.
if he's being possessed or controlled or whatever.
You wake him up, make a medicine check.
Alright.
Anybody? I guess.
Yeah, let's
We will
all
take
make
a
a medicine check on the vacuum cleaner centaur.
Oh, right, he's called Hoover.
Let's see. Dirty 20.
I rolled a 19.
What's up? Oh, where am I? What's happening?
Hoover, do you recognize me?
Yes. You see that, like, he starts to try to get up and says, "Oh gosh, I hope I didn't break a leg. That would be the end of my life." And like he starts to get up and like looks around at the unconscious students and says, oh no, this is really bad. This is really bad.
Do you know what day it is?
The worst day of my life.
What happened? Remember?
What's the last thing you remember?
I'll explain on the way down quickly. Like each of you grab one and let's you see he taps Bluzarga Menagra and says, "Good luck, pal," and like basically like grabs one of the students and starts to like clop his way down the stairs.
Oh wait, what?
Well, I guess we have no choice but to follow him.
Who wants to make sure someone should stay? Oh gosh, I don't want to leave Blazarga alone with a giant humming magical.
It's turned off. It's turned off. Like whatever. Like it was still hot from being used. It's like
It's cooling down.
like its energy is completely spent.
I'm
Sorry?
gonna
Yeah.
investigate around the room to
Yeah.
see if there's anything we can fashion into like a sled for Blazarga, so that we can take him with us.
Mhm.
For sure.
Just roll him out.
Doing like pulling students down the stairs and a sled with a big
So
like
I was thinking that we could hook the big sled with Blazarga Menarga on it up to the student's wheelchair, and she could drag him down the stairs.
make a persuasion check.
This is-
15.
Okay. So what you want me to do is to use my wheelchair down the stairs and attach my wheelchair to
Well, didn't you say that you have a mechanism where you can get safely up and down the stairs without magic?
yeah, but it locks my weight into place, right? And the weight of the wheelchair, but this is a big
So could you take one of the students then?
yeah, it's gonna take me a minute.
So how many people do we have to carry?
There are, I said there were 4 students present. One of them was Claudia Herman. So,
And then
Hoover
grabbed
took one.
yeah, so there's one more person that needs to be taken down.
So potentially 2 of us would be available to drag this sled.
Yeah.
And I think we can also use the rope to tie
You,
from it and
you
just
see
slide
Blue
it down.
Zargaman Agros says, listen, this tower is not about to collapse. I'm good. I'm just gonna take a break from all of this. I'm
We
gonna
can't-
try to move around, but it's not going to fall just because the magic is gone. In fact, the magic being gone probably expands the amount of time this tower is gonna be standing. Just go figure this like stuff out. I will try to roll myself down the stairs. Actually, no, that's a terrible, unsafe option.
Yeah, that's terrible. Right?
Don't bobsled me down the stairs. Just leave me on the flat ground.
We could carry you.
How
If there's
heavy
2
is he?
of us, we could carry. Yeah, how heavy is? Could we carry him like on a stretcher?
So I like just the body without the like eye things of a beholder would be like from edge to edge of the ball, just as far as my like fingers on both sides. This is a big thing. This is a big
Yeah.
monster.
I mean, I'm going to take one of the students and I'm going to say, it's like, so what do you remember about our first encounter?
You're asking Hoover?
Hmm?
Is now the time?
Yes, now's the time.
Okay, listen. I got the money that I needed to build this thing, was a goddamn godsend, right? And I was happy to play along with this little joke for as long as I did, but listen, I don't know what happens to the money if I tell you if I tell you anything more. Please just let it go.
So somebody bribed them.
To make you look bad, I guess.
Who would have you build this?
No, I wanted to build this.
What is this?
It's an amplification machine, okay? It makes magical effects stronger, okay? We've been the Strixhaven students. They're able to pull off literal miracles if they're high enough level, okay? They're goddamn impressive. They're getting all the press. We've been competing with their numbers for years, okay? And they're so full of themselves every time they come here. So we decided we were gonna teach them a little lesson by amplifying the end of your project, okay? This is an amplification machine. It just makes whatever magical object you pour into it much more big and powerful, okay? We had strict no magic laws or rules around it. We were all completely safe until Blizzard Gaminagri shone his central eye ray directly into the center of this thing, okay?
His magic to cancel magic.
His
eyes cancel magic.
His anti-magic beam.
We were not expecting he would come up the stairs if there was anything mysterious happening, because he's known to run away from anything mysterious happening.
Yeah, well, Empress White. You can blame Empress Whiteclaw for that.
Okay.
Whiteclaw.
Listen, this is all a big accident, and the more
Or is
any of this gets out, the worse our school's gonna look in front of Strixhaven. Okay? So,
Oh, it's already worse. Like, there's no magic in the whole campus.
okay, for now, okay, it's not gonna last. We can just poke Blizzard Gaminagra's eye out. Maybe that will help.
Rather not.
We can heal him. We have healing magic. If the healing magic comes back, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just get the students to safety, and then we can talk about all of this. Okay, except the parts I can't talk about.
I mean,
okay, listen. Okay.
Okay, so this coincided with something very strange happening underground. I'm not entirely sure this was completely accidental.
The explosion had nothing to do with it.
What explosion?
We didn't tell you it was an explosion.
I mean, I could have said the word eruption instead. It was either a magmatic event or big magic.
It was big magic.
Okay, so
And then we
so
come
I
up-
was right.
And then we come up, and all the magic up here is off.
Listen. Are we solving this right now, or are we dragging the students out?
We can multitask.
I don't. We would have finished the project tonight, whether or not there was an earthquake.
So, exactly. That's the thing. You would have finished it tonight anyway. So, and this is coming from an outside donor, right? Presumably they have some knowledge of your timetable, correct?
No.
Maybe they're
They have they weren't like, I know what you're gonna spend your money on. Okay, listen.
Did they give you exactly the amount?
Don't tell anyone that I tell you this, okay? Or I lose all the money.
Mm-hmm.
I think, okay? I just had a dream that there was something at the bottom, at the foot of my bed that I couldn't see, that was talking to me while my whole body was paralyzed. And basically, it was just like, this new guard that's around here. He's trouble. I want to pay you 500 gold to pretend that you're his rival, okay? And I got a few more details, like your name and a few other things like this, and saying specifically, if it isn't my old rival Kazaris when I introduced myself, okay? That's that, and then it said, but never ever tell him that. Why? Okay, I don't know why. I was just paid to pull a prank on you, my dude. We didn't need to. There was nothing sinister for you to discover a conspiracy here. At least I don't think it was I wasn't doing anything bad.
So if whoever paid you to lie.
And so who would have had an indication that something like this was being built?
The students who's that I was helping.
What about the parents?
But we didn't know we were going to we didn't know we would have the funds to make it really good. Until I got that donation, so it was just around the time that you arrived that's
too much of a coincidence.
Yeah. What? Yeah. And so I'm not presuming you have sinister intentions, but what I'm saying is all of these events coinciding together are far too convenient to be purely by happenstance.
Yeah, I guess
someone had to know.
But it's lucky you were out of the radius, so so that you're able to you see he points to the water that's not hitting your head, so that you're still able to cast. Hey, Damien, can you make a perception check? So it's if it happened, the fact that you were down there is a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Okay, listen. This is an
perception.
This is an accident. Okay, it should not have happened. We took precautions against it, but nobody could have anticipated this. That's the version we're telling everyone because it's the truth, okay? I don't want anybody being this was sabotage or anything, okay?
I rolled a 9.
You said perception.
Yes.
I got a 7.
Okay. You don't see anything.
The insects, we still haven't done with that.
Mm-hmm.
You can make a perception check as well, now that you're no longer talking with...
I rolled a nat 20 again.
Okay. You see them. Rather, you smell them first, hear them second, and then you see them all around you. Far away, right? 30 feet away, at the edge of the dark vision. You have 30 feet of dark vision?
I still got the lantern, right?
Yeah. But right now the lantern, there's so much rain in front of it that it doesn't go as far as it's supposed to. Yeah. Up until now, slowly crawling on the ground. But you find yourself surrounded by mutated rats and mutated bugs, sort of side by side, unified in their hunger. This is not the next. They don't seem as smart and. Okay, cool. So you are able to see them pretty early on. They're more feral than the ones that you got the chance to talk to, and they're hungry. And that's where we're gonna end today's episode.
Fun.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
It was fun. Let's think of stars and wishes.
I mean, you definitely did a good job of putting us in tough spots.
Yep.
Because it's like, you immediately created a situation where there was no way we wouldn't have to either split the party or choose to ignore.
Yeah, for sure.
Things happening.
Mm-hmm.
Creature screeching.
Bad split up. Yeah. Bad split up situation. I just came naturally, you know. You all rolled so well on the dice. I barely did anything with the storytelling. I just took it from where the dice
Where the dice rolled.
where the dice wanted to go. What can I say? Cool. Any wish?
Honestly, these last few sessions have been pretty like a lot.
Okay. Yeah, a chill session next.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it was like last session was like, you know, we show up and like everyone's dead. And, like this session, it's like, you know, one thing after another.
Oh yeah. This is like
So
this
you
is
want
not a
each
combat.
episode?
This is a school-wide crisis that's happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the thing. Is like, okay, there was this, you know, huge, I guess, magic bomb or whatever underneath, and then we come up and there's this whole school-wide crisis, and well, I guess also another wish I'd have is like, I'm not quite sure how things are tying together.
Yeah, I mean it can take a minute every time, and because this is a sort of like high magic things, sometimes there's just lots of stuff happening at the same time, and I'll
just thinking
I'll like
what if
tone it
Board of
down, and we can have a sort of like I think we can sort of like have a part of the session next time that's dedicated to your characters just chilling during a break or something, because like downtime where you're just hanging out is something that happens even if we haven't role played it. Does that sound like it would be fun after the next combat?
So a beach episode?
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. Actually.
Or a beach episode where we can flash back to the fight when y'all decide to talk about the fight, because we can do that. We don't need to tell the story like in the right order. We can just do a chill vacation episode and then flash back to the war with the rats and insects.
That sounds fun.
Cool. What was the other wish you had?
Well, I guess it was just like I was kind of thrown off by the whole like, oh, this is completely unconnected to the other huge thing that just happened.
I see it now, because both of those things are huge.
Yeah.
And in my mind I was like, I need a good reason to draw them away from the school. And so but like the Underdark is sort of like far away from their duties. So I need something that impacts the school. And like I am realizing that too many things.
Yes.
Too many things. I gotta
People tied up
simplify.
that assume to kidnap us from one of the Underdark people.
Yeah.
And commotion.
Yeah.
It could be Felix.
Maybe
Since
Alvin
Alex-
comes back and says that he got into contact with the leader of the bandits and that we can meet them on this island to have our conversation.
What? Sorry. What did you suggest?
I said maybe Alvin's gonna come back and says that he got in touch with the leader of the bandits, and we meet them on this island.
Because I still feel that.
Oh yeah, on that would be great actually. I was imagining something along those lines. It's gonna be great. I love that. Cool. Writing it down as your as a wish. If that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool because I didn't really have one. My star, I think, is the way that we handled the.
Wait, where's Triss?
Triss, she fell through the hole.
Oh yeah, she fell there, but then she like.
She was
jumped
like,
back up.
ah!
She was like, go back up there. Something bad's happened.
But when she just fell through, or she went back up.
You never saw her come back up.
Oh, so she just fell.
Maybe she fell far enough where she reached a spot where she could access her magic again, and there she.
Well, as soon as she hit the Underdark, then she should have been able to use her magic if that was the case.
Yeah, it's like it's all nullified for now, presumably because it's just a beholder's like magic nullification. It should wear off at some point, but who knows when that is.
Yeah. That's the thing with artificers. Sometimes you don't know how things are gonna pan out. It's also the thing with magic. Any star for today, Rust?
Yeah, I really liked the way that we handled the splitting of the party, as if they were like happening in like mini episodes, and we would like cliffhanger it and then go on. Thought that was fun.
Okay.
Yeah, that was been good too. I like that.
That was
Like
your.
everything happening simultaneously.
Oh yeah, the star for.
Yeah. Like if we can build more moments of that too, that would be a wish.
Well, let's not wish that we're
No,
not the team.
not being split up, but stuff that we do somewhere else, like at the same time that's happening.
You need to split up to be somewhere else, my dude. I don't know how to tell you this.
True.
But maybe that's how we could handle like the flashbacks.
Wish.
I don't know. I guess same thing. I think the same thing. Kind of like have a chill session next time.
Yeah, for sure.
Like a chill session every now and then.
Yes.
Or we're not, cause it's like, oh my gosh, everybody's gonna die.
It's two sessions in a row where we were pretty intense.
No, that's 3-4 sessions.
Oh yeah, that's 4 sessions in a row where we've been like super intense.
Yeah.
Yep.
I actually struggle with setting up scenes for regular events and regular conversations, simply because I don't know how to tell players to do them or to initiate them, or to present them like sort of correctly. So it's good that y'all asked for one. I didn't realize that I could just suggest that we did do that sometimes. That's why you do the stars and wishes, so that you can keep improving in the future. I've been wanting a sort of like chiller thing where y'all could talk with each other and get to know each other for a while. I'm not good at placing those moments.
We're also put a margarita at the beach.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
can you afford a margarita?
It might be fun to just like be.
I mean, we have what, 800 gold right
I still got,
now.
like,
We can afford
margarita.
whatever the equivalent of a margarita is.
For sure.
It's like like half a silver.
What were you saying, Haley?
We can just like be in character and just like flat out role play it the whole time. Like maybe you don't really need to have like a.
Yeah. Usually, what I did for my Starfinder thing is I set up like 4 encounters. I listed what I thought would be like the top 3 or 4 sorts of like skill rolls someone might need to pass to like get the information or convince someone to do something, or like, you know, like if it's like a social type interaction sort of thing.
How can you describe how that differs to the game in gen? Like
if I'm like setting up something that's like, okay, so this session is probably going to be pretty much just social interaction.
Right. Yes.
So basically being like, okay, this character is going to have a DC whatever like intimidation check, but like a DC whatever persuasion check, and like sort of like have that be a little different for like different characters that they might have to interact with. You know, like if it's going to be like a social thing where they're not necessarily like, you know, taking swings or this sort of thing, but you know, if they're, you know, because sometimes people will be like, okay, well, what do I do to get this person to do this? And it's like, you know, okay, well, you know, you could make, you know, some skill checks, and which ones would you like to make?
Yeah. I think the fact that I didn't offer you the chance to do that with Hoover was what prolonged this mystery for a while. But you solved an extra mystery.
Yeah.
He
did. Oh my gosh.
He was in a very stressful situation. He was just like, I'll just fucking tell you. Don't tell anyone or I lose my gold.
Don't tell anybody or I lose my
Only one more
gold.
mystery.
Hoover was bribed to prank.
Yes.
It
was all just a prank.
Yeah. To pretend that he knew Casares.
Mm-hmm.
But how did the shadowy figure know that?
The shadowy figure is probably my rival.
Then so your next mystery is...
Which means that my rival has the money to bankroll this thing. Which does make me suspect that they might know what... Like, maybe they don't know that this was going to happen. But, like, the thing is if they are an artificer, if they are going to bankroll an artificer's project, they might be able to suss out what the artificer is spending the money on.
Yes.
And like, even if they don't plan this specific thing, they can be like, oh, I can make that blow up and cause a problem.
Yes, for sure.
You know, even if they're not planning on specifically turning off all the magic in the school.
Yes. From your understanding, an increased budget to the artificer studies, research projects, or professor.
Increases the chance of accidents happening.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, like, literally just giving money to Hoover for a prank, that the something big like what just happened was always going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It was very likely to happen.
And this does make me suspect that, like, Wait. So the thing is they could also potentially just front up some random Dragonborn artificer.
It's Alvin.
He's a druid.
Alvin, the little lettuce droid?
The little lettuce
The
No,
little...
not Alvin. Fuck. What was he? The other the amazing Dragonborn AA.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Dragonborn is not an A. It's
the amazing artificer.
Yes.
yeah. But what I'm saying is that could just be some other
prank.
Random person that is getting paid to, you know, even if not directly convince people they're my character, like, very much make it sound like it.
I'm so excited for the next session. There's a scene that I'm just giggling because I know it's coming, and I'm so excited.
It's a chase scene.
Oh boy. Okay. Cool. Okay. Boom. Just 1 second to finish thinking of my stuff.
Do you guys have a dream in these breaks while listening for online? And your little video of the Bigfoot playing the banjo.
You want to play. Yeah. So my star for you, Carrie, is that goddamn scene. How just hilarious it was. At least from this side of the screen, I was just like, this is comedy gold.
Oh my god.
Like I'm just like as a dungeon master, I'm like enchantment is kind of one of the most like schools of magic that you can have, and so I tried to like characterize the teacher a little bit in that way, and just getting to have a sort of like Looney Tunes villain. And you're just like, I have to protect her. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I wanted that music played. My wish is for you to select a new mystery, either from something that we already are asking questions about, or another one that you can make up and add to the plot.
You could go with the Shire, like, is the Shire figure who I think it really is? Or could it be somebody else that's being paid for by the...
I have some ideas that I want to poke my nose into. I'll decide. I'll decide later.
Did I think about it?
Yeah, it's already late tonight.
Yeah.
Yes. Haley, my star is your creative use of Thunder Wave once again, and the fact that you were like, the door's okay, but how's the wall doing? And I was like, you know what? I will let you destroy the architecture of this place just because you suggested it, and it's a terrible idea. I love it.
You know, when you said that the walls just shook and dust came out, I was like, the doors doesn't go.
Hey, it worked, right?
Yeah, it freaked her out.
My wish, I think, is it's two wishes and they're exactly the opposites. I love when a player like is coming up with the first step of a plan and they're like, I haven't thought through the other steps. But I'm pretty confident in this. I'm gonna go ahead with it.
With the blindness.
With the blindness, deafness, and then putting her on your lion, and then or in your lion's mouth, and so like and then and then the sled with a giant beholder attached to the only wheelchair that you've seen ever work, and you just are like, yeah, there's no way this could go wrong. Going
like,
down the stairs.
And you want me to use my wheelchair down the stairs? I was like, this was a terrible idea.
That's why I made you roll the persuasion roll. And if you rolled a 15, but I'm like, this is an intelligent artificer. The difficulty is at least 18 to get her to try something so bad. So my two wishes are this, right? When you suggest a plan, I want you to start to elaborate and extrapolate how it's gonna go, or. The other wish, which is the exact opposite, is for you to double down. Because if you're like, okay, how's this going to happen? For you to be like, no, I know how this is going to happen. Just let me roll the dice, and we'll see how it...
So basically one is thinking through, and the other one is just go with it.
What's my character's alignment?
You got to change it to chaotic something. Cool. Damien?
I don't have an alignment.
And that's okay because it's not a very good system to.
We're stuck in one place.
Yeah, it sort of sticks you in one place. I think it's good as a guideline if you want to write it down. Damien, my star is how you when you had your whole turn to interact with the shambling mound, and you were just illusion. I don't want to hurt it. It's going to be harder to hit. Going again for a non-violent tactic, even when I'm this thing is dangerous, right? I told you it was a CR5 a few sessions ago. It's big. It's one of the biggest enemies you fought, and you were Liriza will be fine. He's got an illusion on him, and you were non-violent, even when that's not the first thing that would come to your mind, is awesome because. This wasn't going to be a combat encounter unless one of you made it a combat encounter.
Yeah, I did not want to make it a combat encounter.
I didn't either. I didn't know. We were unsure.
Because I do remember the Shambling Mound was friendly the last time we interacted with it, so it's it probably just thinks we're an enemy or something.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I think y'all are this is I'm not gonna say that, and I couldn't think of a wish. You know what, I asked Haley for details on Roth's family. I think I'm going to ask you the same. If you could write a few lines, a few paragraphs, or a few pages about the different members of your family that are alive or dead. If you want to write a post or something, that would be super cool of you. Okay.
Right.
The local town obituary.
And this is my family tree. This is my actual family tree where everybody's buried under.
This tree has been in my family for 1 generation. All right. That's the end of the recording.